you say you're alright to do all the start shit then?
Yeah, I'll do that. That's okay. You can do it if you want to. I'm not precious. I am gorgeous, but I'm not precious. And, where are you in the scheme of things? You're over to his left. Albert has laughed by. So Gary, did you lose followers after I was on your show?
No, not at all.
Did everyone understand me? There was no. Who the hell was that? Oh, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good.
They got you.
I enjoyed it.
I heard good. We had good feedback. That's for sure.
Robin, your audio has changed since I don't know what
right?
you've just done. Yeah.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Was it went down or up? Or robot?
I think your video's a little choppy too, right?
Fucking internets. Fucking countryside.
It sounds alright on the stream. Just go for it. You done that.
Okay, I'm just doing the second screen chop ups. Okay, almost there. And just lock him down. He's well used to that. She likes being locked down, tied down. Okay. Okay. Let's bring that over. Can you hear me, darlings, now?
Yeah, on the Skype call you don't sound great, but on the stream you sound fine. So.
Well, there's not a lot I can really do about that now, is there?
It's fine.
I just have a quick look at the audio settings in Skype, just in case. Now, I mean, is it down or up, or it seems to be at level 8 on the microphone in Skype? So.
You don't sound like bad volume wise. You just sound very robotic, and you sometimes you freeze and jump in and out. So.
Yeah, well, it says my connection sucks like donkey dick. So, well, that's something we'll have to look at again. Okay, let's it is 8 minutes past. Let's start this and make it snaps. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly? I think we're just getting started. Medic! I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Hey, good evening. It's December. This is episode 609 of the Overseas Connection podcast. I am your robotic host, Robin Tate, Bongo the Sane. I am in Northern Ireland in a little place called Ahaul, which is very, very hard to say, even harder to live in, because it's so small, everybody's related to everybody else. My aunt is my uncle, as my father, who just changed sex, and now she is also related to my cousin, who we get eggs from. It's a very, very, very happy family that we have. So this is a video game podcast that goes out every single week on a Sunday evening in the UK at 9 o'clock in America. I love America.
Yeah.
We love America. It's cool. And so on the East Coast, it goes out at 4 o'clock and 1 o'clock on the West Coast. Nobody important lives in the West Coast. And 3 p.m. in Central. It goes out on Twitch and on YouTube And it's like stuff. It's like things. We talk about life. I've got Kim, I've got Pete, I've got Gary. We're going to talk about stuff tonight. It's going to be fun. Say hello, everybody. Say hello, everybody.
Hi.
Jesus, my audio that bad.
Yo.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there you go. So,
How you doing?
for those on the stream, I'm sorry. I'm sure it will record better here, so the audio version will always be best. I'm sorry, I do live in the sticks, and my audio is bloody pathetic. So, I can't do anything about it. Anyway, this week we have one birthday, a very important birthday. We have Jason Johnson, and his birthday was yesterday. Jason Johnson is 16 years old. He looks like he's 65, but he really is 16 years old. His handle on the gaming platforms is Teflon, because he's non-stick. I don't know. Maybe he has those new underpants that like wick off the sweat. It's non-stick to his pants. Maybe that's where the name comes from. Anyway, happy birthday to you, Jason, and I hope you got lots of lovely presents yesterday. Happy birthday. Anyway, right. Kim, good evening. Welcome to this madness that is the Overseas Connection podcast show about video games.
Happy to be here.
You're happy to be here. I'm having a beer too. Okay. Pete, you're also having a
For a
beer.
microphone that just fall on his head right now.
Yeah. Pete, are you okay?
I
Oh,
am absolutely fine.
good. And Gary is surviving. We'll get to that in just a short second. So Gary is surviving. We're going to get and find out all about this stuff right now.
Hooray, it's story time. Hooray, it's story time. I'm so glad to be with you today.
Well, god damn it. We've got an emergency in the house. Emergency! Gary DiFelice is here because he's alive. That's the only reason he made it. If he had been dead, he wouldn't have been able to make the show. This is a life and death call in that corner of the podcast tonight because we didn't think Gary was going to make it today. He's quarantined. Everybody around him is quarantined. His beautiful wife has to remotely do something to him. Is that like sexting? What is that? What, she just talks dirty to you across the room now? So what's the
None of
crack?
that ever happens.
What's the
Ever.
crack? So we read your messages earlier that everyone was unclean. So what's the crack?
House went down. I guess one of the kids probably got COVID earlier in the week. Probably Monday. He came. So I got 3 kids. One of them got sick on Monday. I was sick Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But to me, it felt like just a sore throat, going about my business. Another kid was sick one day, and then my wife got sick Thursday. And Friday night, she still didn't feel well, but it really wasn't bad. My son Anthony came up and says, "I can't smell." We're like, "What are you talking about?" So they're all getting like the worst smelling things in the house and giving it to him. He couldn't smell anything. So we said, "Oh shit, looks like we're a COVID house officially." So we are survivors. We get our pins. We get to do what we want now, and we move on.
So what do you have to? Did you get a badge now?
I want a badge.
like a star?
A badge, a courage, and I want to have a COVID club where just people that have had COVID, we could all go hang out now and do what we want to do, and let all you other people that haven't had it, you guys go do your other stuff. But we're gonna have our own little club now.
So
Sounds very incestual.
oh, it's like living here. So I mean, do you now? I mean, you are getting the vaccine pretty quickly now that Kumo has said, "Oh, we'll get it anyway."
God.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, he gave in. I don't know what's going on with that. I honestly didn't really have any intentions of getting it myself, but I would hope that a lot of the older folks and people that are at risks would, and keep them from getting hurt. But now I got my other card, so I can play that card instead.
Oh. Well, your good friend Kumo mightn't be around for much longer because I believe there's some nasty sexual things have been accused of him
A
today.
lot of stuff going on with him. He
Yeah.
also might go work for Biden. There's a lot. There's a lot in New York. Either way, I'm not here to bash on COVID. I do that on my other podcast once in a while.
What is that other podcast, Gary?
I'm here to embrace love and games.
What is that other podcast called?
It's called The World According to Gar, which you were on.
My
I think
goodness.
about 3 weeks ago. No.
Yeah. See, that was called a segue, like a link, I was leading you in there, sort of self-promotion. Anyway, Gary, lovely to have you on the show. I'm glad things are just, people are a bit sick. No bad symptoms, hopefully.
So happy. Very lucky. We're very
Good.
lucky it was not an impactful event in my house.
Good. Kim, lovely to see you.
Yes.
Did you have a hand cut
Thank
off?
You too.
Did you lose a hand? And Two
Oh,
hands!
look. It's a miracle! Oh my god!
Praise Jesus! Hallelujah! Oh yeah! I love my now. Everything okay?
Yeah. We got our Christmas decorations up, except for my tree, which my cats have been molesting. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. The lights will go, and that's it. So, because the other morning I woke up and they had it knocked over into the floor. So I'm like, yep, I'm not putting any ornaments on that thing.
Oh my goodness!
So-
As long as it doesn't end up like Christmas Vacation over there.
Right? Yeah, that's my constant worry. So that's why I get unplugged every night, so we don't wake up to like barbecue cat, because nobody wants that. You know, I got my new tablet.
Oh,
so that's fun.
I'm very
Yeah. See.
very interested to hear
So
how you get
I
on with
haven't
that.
done much with it because I haven't got the case for it yet, and I'm not really a klutz, but I don't want to take that chance of dropping it and shattering it within like a week of having it. So I'm waiting for the case to show up.
How are you
Other
doing
than
that? That is self-control.
Well, like I said, I don't want to take the chance of dropping it or the cat knocking it off or something like that, and then I got a cracked screen, and then I've got to wait a month before they'll send me a replacement. So I'm doing the best I can.
I'm impressed.
And I've got my phone, so there's that. But other than that, I'm just living the dream, and drinking heavy amounts of alcohol. But what the hell?
Yeah, well, as I mentioned earlier on,
Goodbye.
Judith pulled me at the beginning of the week that I was having too many of my spiced rums, and what do you do? I was trying to find a photograph that, you know what? Maybe I was, but I mean, when I was getting work finished and maybe finished at my desk here and getting settled down and all the kids to bed, I was sitting down with a wee glass. Maybe I shouldn't have just as much, but it was just one glass. It was a very big glass, but it was one glass. But I was looking for a photograph there from my sister-in-law. When you talk about Christmas trees, so she also fosters, and one of her boys has been with her now for quite a while, and he is very intense young man, but he's dinosaur crazy, and he would have a wee bit of ADHD going on there, and he's what, 5 now, 4.5, 5. Anyway, he loves these big plastic dinosaurs, and he couldn't be settled until the angel was removed from the top of their Christmas tree, and now the angel is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And the photograph it's just brilliant. It's just, I thought, well, that's really class. So yeah, whatever works.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay, Pete, you're here. Thank you very much for showing up. I didn't realize you were coming. I thought you had said you had a mad thing earlier on, and you had to go to the gum clinic.
No.
Yeah, you were too far gone or too tired or something like that there. So I wasn't quite sure what the crack was. So
No, it's fine. I'm clean. The week before, I'm here. I've been busy with work. That's really, I don't know how you do it, you guys. You're always on these WhatsApp chats, and I'm like, oh my god, how do they even find time to do this? I'm like, I really struggle. So I am sorry that I don't go on as much, but I'm here anyway. I've turned up.
I installed WhatsApp on my PC. That's how I
Yep.
can keep up now.
Yep.
All right, okay.
Ha!
Pete's just a slacker anyway, so
Yeah.
I have tried to pull myself back a bit, Pete. I don't get involved. I don't get involved with some of the chats just as much as I do anymore the last few weeks, because like yourself, I have been unbelievably busy, and my last big store refit, it opens on Tuesday, and after that, by the end of this week, I should be starting to calm down a bit. But the last 6 or 8 weeks have been just crazy, and I have had to do my best to step in because with work and family life and trying to do some trading stuff as well, it's been a bit crazy. But okay, so you're not.
I don't know how you do it.
Well, just do. It's not. You just get on with it. We all get on with it. I was listening to a thing today because I don't like to have any downtime. I always like to be learning something or doing something. And I had a guy on earlier on who was talking about a YouTube video, and I had to go. Where did I go to the shops? So while I was driving in the car, I had the YouTube video on, just listening, not watching. And it was all about the things you have to do to be a successful trader and his journey and how he made his millions. And it was like, don't trade, open a business instead. Yeah, God, that's not what I wanted. Manic depressive. But yeah, I always try to be, whether it's audiobooks or something I can learn from or something. But what he did say is he used to play lots and lots of video games, and he stepped back from it. He stopped playing video games anywhere near as much. And instead of playing a video game, he would read a book about real estate or read a book about whether accounting or read a book about self-improvement. And I thought, you're a bit fucking boring. Because video games are not just a waste of time, it's a stress relief. Yes, okay, they are a waste of time, but so is everything. But I mean, you may learn something from a video game. You may have an interaction with someone which is beneficial to you. So yes, I fill my life full of stuff, but I also try to make sure that I have some relaxed time, even if it's only half an hour of an evening or whatever it is. I think it's really important. Pete, you were trying to get back to the swimming pool. You'd booked everything up time-wise. Did you manage to do that?
Yeah, I've got into swimming now. We're having to go like at 8 o'clock at night, which is a bit of a pisser. But you know, we're in. It's really hard to get a slot, but yeah, not as much as we'd like to, but it's something at least. Yeah, there we go. Other things I've been doing. Did anyone have any joy on Cyber Monday?
Do you know what? Amazon vans come here at least twice a day, usually 3 or 4 times a day. So it's just constant. It's not always. It's not always me, but there's always. I mean, there's always something arriving. Today, Charlie's birthday, as you know, is this week. He's 15. But today, Judith had a DHL delivery of cookies from England.
Oh my God!
And these were and you had to warm them up in the oven for a little bit, and there was all different types. It came in this unbelievably fancy space age box with this beautiful packaging. It looks so cool. And
what's the firm called? What are they called?
I'll get the name. I'll WhatsApp Judith while we're here. It's just look, they were fabulous, and I had one tonight. But yes, so that arrives, and just Judith is. It's not that she spends lots. Yes, she spends lots, but she spends lots on lots of little things. Every day there's something new coming in, some little thing, whether it be a drawer organizer or some knick-knack for this or some Christmas decorations today. Oh, I caught her. Yes, Christmas decorations. They also arrived today in a different van, and they're like ceramic stars, and they have all the boys' and girls' names on them, and we hang those on the tree. Christmas decorations. Last week she had big, massive bags of licorice, all sorts. They're like a candy sweet from over here, and jelly beans, big bags, and balls, Christmas decoration balls. Okay, clear balls.
That's scared.
Yeah, about the size of Gary's, the balls, right? And they split in half, and she filled these Christmas balls with different candies and sweets, put them all together. Another delivery brought sheets and sheets of stickers with lettering. So she put on the names of all our nephews and nieces. So she's made these Christmas decoration balls for all of our nieces and nephews and friends that we knock about with, and they'll hang them on the tree and they'll eat them on Christmas Day or whenever. So yeah, she's constantly, oh, what's this delivery? Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, just constant. Constant. Anyway, you were talking about buying stuff.
Yeah, I've been doing some online Christmas shopping, and Hollister was a good one for me on Cyber Monday. I mean, I'm a big Hollister clothing fan, and Jack Wills.
I like going into Hollister.
Yeah, and Abercrombie and Fitch. I just love them. They're great quality clothing.
The clothes.
Supplier. Okay. I think they're great. So everything was half price pretty much. So I reckon I saved about 240 quid. I bought a ton of stuff and
yourself though, right?
Yeah, I've had some birthday money. I'm probably gonna have a bit of Christmas money. I just thought, you know what, I'll have a little bit of a treat. So I got a whole bunch of tops, and some of them come the other day, and the last lot come yesterday. I'm wearing one of them now.
Very good.
But yeah, I love them. So I've been doing Christmas shopping, and I've purchased something digitally on the Xbox that I've not done in a fat while. I tend to just buy everything on disc, but I bought Cyberpunk.
Oh, I haven't played it yet.
I've not played it yet.
Cyber Dick, right? Cyber Venus, is that what we're calling it now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like our Lord and Master seems to be doing lots of rude things with it.
Yeah, he's doing boob physics. That's what he told me the other night. It was boob physics.
Oh, so, yeah. Dear. Okay, well that's good. Here, because there's so many of us here, our Christmas shopping was all done. I think we waited to Black Friday, that wonderful American holiday buying season, which is here now in the UK. Yeah, but we had everything bought about a month ago now, you know, so the last straggly bits was done on Black Friday, present-wise, so they're all bought, they're all wrapped, everything's done, ready to go.
I kind of feel like, you know, the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, if you're really going to get a deal, you have to know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Too. So, like, I bought a CPU for my computer because I had been watching it, and it dropped down to $199. I'm like, I'm getting it because I want to upgrade my PC. I started monitoring it a few days after Black Friday. It looks like that is the new price, so I guess I didn't make a deal. But a lot of the other stuff, like, you know, if you really know what you were looking for, a lot of times they kind of, Amazon's notorious for that. They kind of mask a sale or a new egg, which they usually have very good deals, but they will mask that stuff, especially now. Like, I kind of feel like you got to be pretty savvy with that stuff.
Yeah, my greatest problem is the last minute deals or lightning deals. Oh, I need that socket set that does a million things and lights up as a torch. I think I ordered a wind up. This is a wind up radio torch. Yeah, a wind up radio with a torch in it. That's me, my prepper. I've got my prepper cupboard outside. You know, with my first aid kit, my lamps, my batteries, and now I've got my prepper radio. It's coming. So just give me that for Christmas. But I would never have bought one if it hadn't have been in one of those lightning deals. It's like, yeah, they have you.
2 hours left. 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay, well, good. Look, Christmas is coming. You've got your t-shirts and your stuff and your thongs, as you said there, Pete. Is there anything you're expecting for Christmas or would like for Christmas? Are we all adults now and we just get whatever we want?
I'm just happy to spend 2 weeks off with family. That's good for me.
God, bless us. Oh,
I'd love to have 2 weeks off. Wow.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
yeah.
I've not been off on furlough, so for me, 2 weeks off this year is a big plus for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me, 2 days off is a big deal. So,
oh, Kim.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we all need a bit of time off somewhere there. Okay. I finished the Queen's Gambit this week, Pete. Thank you very, very much.
Yes.
That was kind
What
of
do you think?
really fabulous. They made chess exciting. Now, I do remember as a kid, and probably Gary will remember as a kid as well, in the 70s, we were very young, but there was a big Russia, America. It was like the space race for chess. It was like snooker in the UK, Pete, that, you know, on Sundays, everybody watched the snooker. You know, everybody watched it. Well, it was like chess when we were little kids. So a lot of that rings home true. But I just thought the characters in it, she was just awesome. She was just so funny, and it was tragic but happy, and And you know the little guy in the wore the leather jacket, who was the skinny little runty, her friend guy that lived in the crappy house in New York. He was. Do you remember the film Christmas related here? Love Actually. Yeah, with Hugh Grant and stuff like that there. Okay. Well, there was a little kid in that, and he really fancied this other girl. She was American, and he went and he learnt the drums, and he was Liam Neeson's son in it. And well, he was a little kid in that movie. He was the little kid that had the romance, and he hasn't changed much in all probably 20 odd years. He's still a skinny little runt. Oh yeah, it's right. Look, I love the Queen's Gambit. It's about 7 or 8 episodes. Really, really good.
7.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, not based on any sort of reality. It's a fantasy story. It's not based on a real character and anything like that there. But it's based on a girl in a
well,
is it?
It kind.
But she wasn't a real character, was she?
It kind of is. It's based on a Russian girl.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Beth Hornens.
All right. Yeah. Well. Yeah, she was
I'm
gorgeous.
gonna have to check that out. That could be our quarantine TV show with the wife.
It's brilliant. It's really good. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, it's good. She's gorgeous as well, and a gorgeous ginger. My goodness. Anyway, I also watched Red 2 this week, and I haven't watched Red 2 before. In fact, the Red, which is Bruce Willis and John Malkovich, and such a fantastic cast. And just one night there this week, it's I was sitting with my half bottle of gin and my bottle of whiskey, and anyway, I put it on and I giggled my way through it. Those are good fun films. That was good. So that was that. I want to say one more thing before we'll finish off this bit. I have been working away on the trading stuff. I have been working away, trading away like mad, and I have set up and done and recorded a couple of little intro episodes about why I trade, how I trade, what you need, what I've learnt. And what I intend to do now is I've set up a second account here with about, I think it'll just waiting. I'm going to shuffle some of my money about, but I'm going to set up a second trading account with about $2,500 in it, and I'm going to do that live every day I trade. So I'm going to do a little live stream.
Sugar,
cool.
Right, isn't it? Wow.
And
let's go
and show the trades as they happen. So and every day that I'll trade, I'll do that live. But I can't just do that. And there needs to be a bit of explanation about why I'm doing it and what's going on the screen. So I'll do a couple of little short 5-10 minute things through this week, and then from Monday week after next, I'm going to start every day that I can't do it every day, but every day that I'm here, I'm going to do that lunchtime trading. From UK time will be from about 2 o'clock, if it's half an hour before the market opens, until about 3. So 1 hour. So market opens in New York at 2:30. So that should do 1 hour if I can. That lunchtime trade. So look forward.
I can't wait to watch those.
Look at that. I could fall flat on my ass. I want to see what. So it'll be. It's going to be a trading thing for real people. Not these guys. Make thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. I've done well out of this, but I want to start here. This is what we're going to do. This is where you need to start. And this is the target we're going to do for today. And if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. But we step away and we see what we can do. So
hey, I've made nearly £5 this week.
Good lad.
£5.
Do you know what? It's £5 you never had.
Exactly. That's the way I see it.
And how? Sorry, I'll just ask. This is a bit boring for some people. I'm sorry, but it is the game of trading. That £5 is made out of how much of an investment, Pete? If I can ask you.
That's about £28.
Okay, so £28. You made £5 out of that this week. Yeah. Could you have got that on your bank?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
£1 a day for me is great. Imagine it across the year.
Absolutely. That's its compound. It builds itself up. I still.
Xbox.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a different type of game.
Yeah.
You guys been listening, watching anything?
I did take your advice on The Right Stuff. That was good. Very good.
I want
think
more.
it was great, but I liked it.
Yeah. It was drama. It's like I keep on going back to there must be more of this. Because it feels like it's unfinished.
I kind of, when you look it up on IMDb, it says season 1, I think. So
Yeah.
they definitely set it up
8.
for more seasons. I think they can continue on with the space program. John Glenn does get his day in the sky. And all that, so
several space shuttle as well. No, look, I just suck up all of that stuff, Gary. I'm really into. I love all of the history of that. And, and anything, this week, God bless his heart, Chuck Yeager died.
Yes, I saw that.
So the first man to break the sound barrier. A really cool man's man who never went to space. He was one of those original test pilots and kind of laughed the space program off. A spam in a can. So God rest his soul.
Could you imagine, just you would put yourself back in that time? They were just basically just putting you on top of a rocket and shooting you off into space. And they said in the show, the first Russian that successfully launched, they said, how many Russians do you think they actually killed? We have no idea. They'll never tell us. But they must have just been throwing them in little metal cinders and sending them up in the air.
They lost lots.
They blew up.
If it's true what they said, they lost lots more. Even through the 80s and stuff like that. They're coming down. There's only a few of the tragedies were ever hit the press. So yeah. Okay. So if everybody's happy, we'll move on a little bit, shall we? Yeah.
Let's do it.
One.
Shall we play a game?
I want to play a game.
You are one pathetic loser.
Well, it's the 13th of December. Kim, do we need to go through this? No.
No.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's talk about stuff that we actually have played. Twathead DeLacy's not here, so I'm going to delete his stuff out of that list. And PC, which is Lala Chili, has played chess because he's... What is it with chess? My son Charlie, I caught him in his room last night playing chess. Is he playing chess with you?
Well,
Is this the Queen's...
worse.
Is this the Queen's Gambit?
I'm playing. Yeah, the Queen's Gambit has definitely inspired me to play. But I've set up an account on chess.com, and I didn't realise that there's a whole heap of players that stream their chess games on Twitch, and you can get lessons on Twitch as well. And there's a real big community.
You would be amazed what people stream on Twitch.
On Twitch.
You would be amazed at what people stream on Twitch. You would be amazed at what people stream on Twitch, Pete. People stream lots of stuff. Chess,
right.
Or sometimes with a T on the end of chess. Well. Chests. Yes. Anyway, moving along. Chess. So are you playing with live people then, Pete?
Yeah.
Live people? Real people?
I set up an account. I set up an account and I played someone in Germany first of all.
Yeah.
And I set up a 10-minute game. And I did it at work and I got called away and I had to throw the game, so I had to lose that one. But I took some online lessons and I've played because you could play do you remember the old 1980s computer boards where you had to press the buttons on where you were going to move the pieces? Did you ever have one of those? Like an electronic chessboard?
Yeah, sort of, yeah. Uh-huh.
No.
I had one with, it was electronic, but it had little pieces.
I enjoy...
Sorry, I'll stop talking.
Anyway, I had one of these chessboards. I think it was my dad's. I had one of these chessboards as a kid, an electronic chessboard, and you could play against a computer, and you can kind of do that on chess.com. You can play against a computer on your own individual setting, and I think I started off on like complete novice, then I went to amateur, then I've gone to intermediate, and now I've got 3 advanced games that I need to play because I've won all of the introduction, beginner and intermediate stages. I'm on advanced now, so I'm kind of chuffed that I got there, and I've played one person for real online. It was someone from America. And we set it at a 30-minute game and I won that, so I was stoked. I was so impressed with myself. I I've enjoyed chess.com. It's been so cool. So I might start streaming a few games because we've been playing it at home as well. I've got a nice small glass chess set. I've got a couple of others as well. It's probably one thing I've never said about chess. I do enjoy it. I've enjoyed it from from a young age, and I've won a competition as well at chess.
Wow. Do you do drugs?
Huh?
Do you do drugs? Do you see the chess pieces
no.
on your ceiling and at night,
No.
time in bed?
But apparently, alcohol and drugs are a common trait with chess players. I don't know why.
Oh.
Is that? I don't know. But if you read about it, yeah, they had to really tone it down. The champions of the day in the 1990s, they had to stop all the drugs and drink, and they had to concentrate on the games. But yeah, I've started playing chess on chess.com, and apart from that, I've not played a fat much else apart from Warzone, and I come second in a solo. Oh my god, my heart was beating through my chest. I was sweating. My nerves was everywhere, and Shell said to me, "It's oh yeah, that's pretty good." Second, I was like, I may as well have just come 150th. I just needed to come first, and I was a bit disappointed, but there we go.
You ain't first, you're last.
Much else. Huh?
If you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah, exactly.
Shake and bake.
I was well, but I've enjoyed what I've played, and I've downloaded Cyberpunk. So I think because I normally get some money off my mum at Christmas and dad, and I think they normally give me 50, 60 quid. So I thought I'll buy that and I'll get it ready, and I don't think I'll play it till Christmas. I'll be a good boy, and then I'll wait to see what they got me, and then I think I'll have that as my little Christmas treat. So that's me.
My mum and dad used to do that too. But my dad would take a note of the money that he gave me. And he kept a running tally between myself and my brother and my sister to make sure that he eked out the money equally between us all. And especially when he was getting older, he didn't want one person to get more inheritance than the other. And oh dear, I hope I don't get like that. Cyberpunk.
My dad's like that, kind of.
Yeah. If you buy one, you have to buy everybody. Cyberpunk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cyberpunk seems to be getting some mixed reviews.
I don't want to hear anything about it.
Well, they hear it's a bit rusty around the edges. It needs some patching.
There's a few bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's The Witcher, guys. They'll get it sorted. So chill.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine. They'll get the bugs worked out, and it'll be great. So
I think part of the big problem is for our Lord and Master Greg DeLacy, who seems to be the only person in the world that seems to have got an Xbox Series X.
Right.
On those machines, it seems to be running fine, or very few bugs. But us poor people, or the people that don't know people that play on ordinary hardware, seems to be we seem to be ones that are having the problems. I hear that the story is about 20 hours long, which is quite small for a RPG. But there's another 40 hours of stuff to do in and around it. So, okay, Pete. Well,
I did pick up. I did get to play Cyberpunk.
And for how long?
So I'm on the PC. I didn't even think about it. My stepbrother does benchmark performance videos all the time.
Okay.
And I was sitting here talking, I think in the chat, and I realized, I'm like, oh, let me go check. I bet my stepbrother has it. Sure enough, he did. So I downloaded it. I played about 3.5 hours.
Okay.
I'm playing on the PC. I don't know what my settings are. I didn't check. I did whatever they came up defaulted. I actually have not had problems with it running. No staggering, no stuttering. A couple of frame rate drops once in a while. I may not be running it very high, I know, but it's running fine. And I'm not one that really, I didn't get into The Witcher. I felt like I was always lost. I know Kim's going to kill me. I mean, like I said, she's going to punish me in another game of the quiz game on the Facebook. But
yep.
with pets and animals. But it's running fine. The gunplay, like I'm more of a kind of a shooter guy. That's probably why I don't take to those other games so much. And I like to be handheld a little more. I'm older. Not that smart enough. I couldn't figure out the crafting in Witcher after playing for several hours, and I gave up. I haven't gotten to crafting yet with the game, so I don't know if it's going to be hard or not. But I do like the way the story's taking me. The conversations are not boring, and the gunfighting and the firefights that I've gotten into have been really good. I'm enjoying it. And picking up guns. I'm picking stuff up all over the floor. I don't know how I'll use it or what I'll use it for. If I sell it, if I use it to craft stuff. But there's stuff everywhere, and I'm just picking it up. F. Pick it up. Throw it in my backpack. So far, so good. I see promise. I don't like. If I like it enough, I might actually buy it, so I don't have to worry about only playing when my stepbrother's not online. But I've put in about 3.5 hours, and so far, I will say I like it. And I'm not a great game reviewer, so I apologize to those that are yearning for a better review.
Do you know what, Gary? I think people...
That's just me.
There's so many fucking snowflakes out there that get upset. They're so used to being upset at everything over the last 4 years that... a game comes out and there's a little problem with it and they go bananas, and that's what's happening on the internet. These people are going bananas, and I trust. CD Projekt Red have earned their stripes. They have proved that they will do whatever they need to do to get back to the community. This has been a stupid year, so they probably weren't at full capacity. They already delayed once, or they'll work through this and they'll support it for years.
If my PC didn't run it and I paid $60 for it, I think I'd be pissed. And same thing, I think for people on the PS5, it's running the PS4 version. They're having a lot of trouble. Like I could see why you'd be upset. You spend a lot of money, you want a game that's going to work. I have a pretty good video card, so that's probably why it's running well on my PC.
But Red Dead and GTA, they were absolute hot messes. And some of the Assassin's Creed stuff, and it was all sorted. Yes, when we come round to play it, Kim, it'll be a better game. But I don't know. It's not life and death. There's a bit of a graphical glitch.
I haven't seen any graphical glitches sticking out of people's pants, by the way.
Oh. Okay, good. Okay.
Still hope.
On Twitter, there's a lot of them on there. So.
Well, I've seen it thanks to you, Gigi. You sent us pictures, but I've not seen it in game yet, I should say.
Okay, well, Pete, I'm sorry that you were really bad at Warzone and only came second. Well, losers. What do you do?
Terrible, isn't it?
I've been.
Awful.
I did get another hour and a half or 2 hours in of Alien Isolation, which is out here, and still chipping my way through that. I'm still enjoying it quite. And I went to play The Last of Us Part 2. I had put the disc into the PS4 that Pete had sent me over quite a while ago to install it. And I clicked the button. Judith says, I'm going to my sister's for a couple of hours. And all the kids are in bed. And I went, okay, I'll do this. So I hit the start button and I went, insert the other disc. So Judith has since tidied it away in one of her little knick-knack boxes, and she can't remember where she tidied the box away. So I need the game disc.
Oh hell.
So it'll turn up, Pete. It'll turn up. Sorry. So I didn't get to play the average game, The Last of Us Part 2. The very average game.
Oh dear.
And I had Spider-Man installed on it, and I hadn't played it. So I started to play Spider-Man on the PS4. And I've played the first few chapters of it. Wow, that's good fun. That's a good fun game. That's a good Spider-Man game. Right? My son played it on my account, and he played it on the super ridiculous hard mode, and he has unlocked everything and every trophy. And he's a real Marvel superhero guy. Loves that whole universe. So he's played it to death. So everything is unlocked, but I put it it's on normal mode, whatever it's called, amazing or something like that. I'm probably going to knock it. I'm probably going to knock it down to stupid mode. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but I'm past the challenge mode there with that now. I don't want to punish myself. And I'm not the biggest button masher fan. I'm not. I find a couple of things that work for me, and I go all the way through. I know, like Chris MJW, and you as well. You remember? Oh, it's X, Y, circle, blah, 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 round, round, touch this, touch your head, and you do this fantastic move. And then you memorize 100 of those. I can't. I just don't. I can't.
Yeah,
do you know?
I played Spider-Man, but I did stop eventually. It actually felt kind of repetitive to me. So I enjoyed when I played it, and I got to a point where I was like, I'm gonna move on.
When you do that second level authentication to log into your bank now, and they send you a text, so they send you a 6-digit PIN. I have to look at it twice. I get the first 3, and then the second 3. I have to look twice, so I can't remember those combinations.
For things like that, I've got a real shit hot memory. Like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2, the first edition, I think it was, that come on Super Nintendo. I remember the code that changes it was the Championship Edition, that you could increase the turbo level from 5 to 10, and the cheat code is down or up LYBXA, and you do that when Capcom comes up, and it has a ring sign, and just stupid shit like that I remember, but I can't remember what I did yesterday.
If it wasn't for Last Pass, I would be screwed. I can't remember, like, I've got my bank cards, the different numbers, I've got my fuel card. And I mean, I had the same fuel card pin now for 17 fucking years, and I still find myself getting to the petrol station going, Jesus, I have to look this up again. Fuck. It's
If it'll make you feel better, the other day somebody asked me what my cell phone number was. I couldn't fucking tell them.
You never ring yourself. That's the problem. You need to ring yourself more.
Myself. How the fuck should I know what my cell phone number is?
I remember my first cell phone number. 07952 792 592. You ain't gonna get that number.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember my first car registration when I was 17, OIJ 5179. The stupid shit that you remember. If a 1980s Nick Kershaw song came on the radio right now, I would know every lyric. I have the most random, stupid, useless information in my head. I think that's what makes us good. We have, as nerds, we have certain skills that other people are not normal people don't appreciate, but we appreciate it ourselves. Not all of the same nerdy skills, but all of us have a certain nerd skill. It's like superhero talent. Okay, Gary, will Kingdoms of Amalur, 100 hours in. Yeah, you're beginning to enjoy it.
Just a little bit. I'm actually now just starting to mainline, like, the main part of the story,
Flip
and I'm kind of getting off the side quest so much. So, because my pile of shame is horrendous, and it's probably getting about time to move on to something else. So,
my piles are a shame, and they are horrendous. Yes.
Yep. So, but no, it's still good. I'm still enjoying it, obviously, because, like I said, I just crossed 101 hours in it. So,
What do you do? Wow. Good. But look, now, Gary, I am very interested in this next bit, because you've got a knob head thing. You've got a thing to make yourself even look more stupid than you do. So you've got
He's joined the gang.
Wow, an Oculus. What is it? 2? A Quest.
Yes.
A Quest 2.
You guys, and your VR and your ED and VR and all that.
You really need to get some stickers.
What was table tennis like?
You need to get some stickers for the front of that, like 2 big eyes. Like 2 big eyes on it.
I wish I could hear Robin.
Oh, shit. Hello?
Robin, I know you're streaming well, but we're struggling to hear you, I think. I know I am.
Okay, so your headset? Yeah?
Yeah. We got the headset. We got VR.
You need to get 2 big circular eyes on the front of it.
It's
stickers.
I watch my daughter plays, and it pulls her lip up when she plays, which I find funny. And then when the other kids will wear it for a while, their actually head has red marks on it, and I'm sure mine does as well. It's probably how we spread COVID to each other in the house, to be honest with you.
Okay, so what have you been playing and looking at?
All right, so I wanted to bring this up because it sounds stupid, but YouTube VR, it's free. And I was on there and I was messing around, and I stumbled upon Elton John did like a video where he drops you into a show, maybe in Manhattan or whatever, and then he kind of takes you on a music video through the sky. He puts you in a baseball stadium where he's playing on a piano with Elton. It was really cool. So I'm like, this is a pretty neat idea. Let's see what other music is on here. I found Metallica concerts. I found all this stuff. And then I found this thing, the VR sessions, where they actually took, there's members from Stained, Seether, a few of them, and they actually sit in the middle of the room, and there's 5 of them on a guitar, and you sit in the middle and watch them play.
Wow.
And it's really freaking cool. Very cool. So
have you had any
make some of the free stuff.
Have you had any nausea? Feeling ill?
The Elton John one can get a little psychedelic, as you would expect. He has you flying through the sky and walking on yellow brick roads and doing some weird stuff. So there's moments where I definitely feel some disorientation. I played the opening, the Saints and Sinners from Walking Dead. I played like the opening tutorial of that, and you walk by pressing the button to walk, and it did feel disorienting, but I only did that because I ran out of time. It was actually when I wasn't feeling well, so that's probably between being sick and doing that, it messed me up, but it felt a little weird. The VR poker is fun. I've been playing that here and there. I figured out how to get myself a cigar and smoke a cigar and stuff like that. So did that. The boys bought Super Hot, the full game instead of the demo. It is very cool. It's
super
hard,
hot,
but it's cool. Super hot. And I took your advice, and we got 11 table tennis. We bought that, I think, on the 10th because it was my last day of like a discount for purchasing the system. So I played a little of that. I had trouble figuring out how to get into games and stuff. My son like picked it up, and he started playing right away. We played beer pong. It's very cool. It's a fantastic idea.
I think you have to get used to not actually having the weight of the bat in your hand. And I think once you've got that and get used to the dynamic of hitting the ball and not going too heavy-handed, you can have some real good games, and you can work up a sweat on that table tennis game. It's class.
I took the VR from my son, and it was sweaty after that. So I can attest to that.
Are there hand grips?
Yeah, here. I'll show you.
Okay. Cup holders.
And then I think I explained in the last podcast too, when you put on the set, it actually recognizes if you were in the same spot as last time, and you want to use the same border, and if not, basically you can see through it. It's in like black and white and grainy, which is pretty cool. You set the floor size, and then you set your play area. So as long or as short as area you need, you draw it on the floor, and then as soon as you get close to that imaginary wall, you actually see like a blue checker wall come up saying that you're at the edge of it.
So it's called a Guardian. So it's just a play area, and they recommend that it's 2 meters squared. But actually, for that game, you don't really need that, because if you can set the table to go to the edge of your Guardian, you've pretty much got like 1.5 meters squared or 1 meter, whatever. You know, if you're in a small room. Yeah. And you've got a good way of playing that game without even going anywhere near the edges that you could probably fall over a telly or hit your wife or something. So it's, it's good.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. Good. It's a fun kit. I've been recommending it to friends that can't get Xboxes for their kids. I'm like, check this out. It's not that bad. You'll even play it yourself. I'm telling them.
Have you tried the Maps app yet?
No.
Okay, I've walked all the way down Las Vegas Strip one night.
Get out of here!
Oh man, it's so cool. You need to, and there's various must-see places of the world, and it'll list them all off, and you can go through them all over the world. They are, and it feels like you're actually walking on them. It's That's so. Cool. And you can just do that just from sitting down stationary. You don't need to be walking about anywhere. It's point and click. So you just the same as what you was talking about earlier. So you point and click, but you get to look around, and it's really, really cool.
That's awesome. Amazon VR. Amazon has a VR as well, which I downloaded. They actually had Chernobyl, which you can go into, which I did. And that's stationary. You can't move, but they take you on a tour of Chernobyl now. And after watching the movie on HBO, I wanted to check it out. It was pretty cool. It's eerie.
So
I'll have to have a look at that.
Tell me, kids, what model do you have? Is it
So I
is
had
it
the-
256
I bought the new one, the
or the
Quest 2.
64 gig or the 256?
I bought 64.
Yeah, you'd be crazy to buy the 256. There's no point.
And Pete, can I ask you how much you paid for yours?
Nothing, because Mike got it me for my 40th birthday.
Oh,
I've got the first edition. I've got the first design. So I don't think there's anything I can still connect. I can connect it to a PC. I don't think there's anything really apart from the weight and maybe the speed, the processing speed that is of any difference. So it still holds up. Even my my little prehistoric edition is class.
do you buy this from Amazon then, or where do you buy this from? I mean, I'm looking on
You could buy.
I'm on Amazon right now, and
All your big boxes have it probably.
the 64 gig one is 429 pounds from.
It was 300 quid.
I don't know what the conversion. It's $2.99 US here.
So the 256 one is $399. They don't have any of the 64 gig ones available.
That's probably why they went like hotcakes. There was 300 quid.
From private sellers. These are from private sellers, rather than. Yeah.
So we're gonna have to have a poker night soon, I think, or something. Table tennis night. We're getting there.
My brother plays poker every Wednesday. I think Stu goes on and a couple of others.
Okay.
So we probably need to jump on that one of nights, maybe.
That would be fun.
So sorry. With this then, the 64 and the 256.
Yeah.
I mean, that's onboard memory, I would assume. Yeah.
It's like your hard drive space on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, 64 should be fine, and there's games you're gonna probably buy on Steam and stuff like that you can play. Like I bought the Steam Humble package, like Elite Dangerous. I've played on there. I think 64 would be fine.
Yeah, it is. They're not big, the games, Robin.
No.
They're like
Yeah.
300 meg. I'm not nowhere near the end of my storage, so it's pointless even putting your pocket in any further and putting your hand in your pocket any further and just spending more money. It's just
Spend the
pointless.
extra money on a cable for your computer and a better headband if you want.
Oculus Quest.
Yeah,
2.
And the headbands are fine actually, but I did see, I haven't had problems. It's not something I would sit and play for hours, so I'm not in the spot where I think I would need even more of comfort from what they have. Maybe the other ones are really comfortable. I don't know.
Sorry, is the cable for? Is that the USB link? Is that a?
Yeah.
Goodness
you want
me.
to play on your PC.
If you want to play something like Elite Dangerous, you have to buy a lead from there from Oculus, and it costs like 90 quid. But what I've worked out though is that the lead is just the same as your charger lead, but longer. So a normal like USB 3 lead with
Extension?
your charger lead at the end of it just works.
I bought one on Amazon for half the price of the Oculus one, and it worked fine.
Don't even spend that money. That's just nuts.
Yeah.
So there's ways around that.
Yeah, well, it's $299 Argos.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the cheapest you'll get it for. I mean, I'd send you mine, Robin, but if Judith's gonna hide hide the amp controllers, then I'd
There are none in stock in Northern Ireland and Argos.
Well, I'll see if I can find one then.
No. I'll look. Okay, I would. Yeah, I would consider it now. Okay, sorry. Moving on. I'm shopping. I shouldn't be shopping on the show.
This is the most entertainment ever.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck yes.
Robin tries to find a deal. Sorry.
Here is the fucking news.
Right. Okay. The biggest thing that happened this week, and Pete, because I'm breaking up. Would you like to talk? And Kim as well, and everybody chip in here. The thing I'm most excited about the Game Awards that happened. If I break up too much, stop me, okay? Is the Mass Effect teaser. So after last week's BioWare news that the key staff that they were let go. What's wrong?
Mass Effect.
Oh,
Do we
fuck
really
you,
need to
twat. We're teased with a brand new Mass Effect, and it looks... Kim's not a fan. It looks like we're heading back to the Milky Way. I, for one, can't wait for some more blue milk in my life. Yeah. So I'm very excited about that. I know Jason, the birthday boy, Teflon, he'll be very excited about that as well. I love that universe. I love the sound, the music, the ships. I love pranging blue female people. Men are also available. Yeah, there's something very, very exciting Star Trek
You should
about
try
it.
that in VR, Robin. By the way, you can buy tools.
Don't want to know. Don't tell me.
Just saying.
No, stop.
Just saying.
Stop. Okay, so the Game Awards took place this year. It wasn't a big all singing, dancing studio thing, of course, socially distanced. And the Game Awards were there, of course. It's your man Keighley. Jeff Keighley. He put this together back in 2014, and it's still going, and he's kept it going. And there was quite a few different announcements here. There was some exciting stuff. I'm going to flick through some of this. We can all pick out stuff that was there. A new Perfect Dark game was also teased, as well as Mass Effect, and that looks like fun. So I watched the trailers for it today. You can go and see all of the trailers for these games. I wonder, should I dare to actually try to run the trailers on the screen? What do you think? I have them here. These are the Game Awards trailers. Let me run that.
Try.
I will try it. Can be no worse. So that was started off with a Mass Effect trailer here, and again, it's just more of a tease than anything else. There was some interesting stuff that I liked. Where was it? It was like Blood 4. What was it? Darn it! It was
for Blood.
Yes, that looked absolutely fabulous. That looked like Left 4 Dead, and I think it was some of the Left 4 Dead developers.
Yes.
I believe
so.
Yeah, so that looked really, really fun. And then there was another game, and I thought it was like a DLC for your buddy, not The Witcher, Red Dead Redemption. So it starts off with this guy walking into the little town. I'm trying to scrub here to see if I can see him walking into the town. Is that it? Not Open Roads.
Evil West.
The Evil, is that what it is? Yeah, that looked really, really fun.
West.
And it was like,
I liked the look of that one, actually.
And it was like chopping zombies up, but in the Wild West. That looked kind of fun too. So. Was there anything else good there? You can news.
The Dragon Age teaser.
It was there too.
Yeah.
Dragon Age.
That was good. I'm excited about that one. Hopefully they don't fuck it up. I'm hoping.
I'm happy to see, not that it matters to non-console people, but Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming to Xbox Series X and S next summer. That's kind of neat. BioWare got the big dig, Mass Effect. Anyway, the main part of this whole show was the Game of the Year. And they had awards for absolutely everything. Awards for sneezing, participation award.
Oh my god, yes. Right?
But the biggest game of the show, or the biggest award, is The Last of Us Part 2. It pretty much picked up everything. It picked up the overall Game of the Year. Looking at what they had for those nominations, you've got It, Animal Crossing, New Horizons, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, and Hades by Supergiant Games. Again, Ghost of Tsushima, I hear it's fabulous. Doom is probably fabulous as well, but it's more Doom. So, and the storytelling of The Last of Us Part 2, which I almost played, it's probably well deserved. But it picked up game direction. It picked up the best narrative. It picked up audio design, the best performance for Laura Bailey as Abby. And there's something else it picked up as well. Innovation in accessibility. I don't know. Was it something about colorblind people or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I think something like that, yeah.
Best action adventure game, it also picked up for that. I mean, the person that was picking up those awards, okay, it was virtual, but they must have got so many emails. You won this one, you won this one, you won this one. But was there anything else really that stuck out? But didn't really have a big, like the best narrative. Again, it's all those same ones again. Ghost of Tsushima again. I mean, with the best music, Final Fantasy, but that's like a tip to the hat of everybody that loves Final Fantasy. Best performances, again, there was several nominations there. There was Ashley Johnson for Ellie, was also nominated as well. Games for Impact.
Fortnite as well. It's still crept in on an ongoing game, which is...
Yeah, it's also it's nice to see, again, a bit like CG Project Red, the ongoing game award went to No Man's Sky, because, I mean, they seem to have supported that for a long, long time, and they're not making the same sort of bucks as Fortnite is. It's funny, I think Fortnite has died a death in this household. I don't know if the kids have just gone off it again. They're playing Rocket League at the moment. They're playing... what's that other one? It actually won a game here.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Among Us.
Yeah.
I don't know whether Hades, the winner of that best indie game. I don't know it. Carrion was that really, really good one about the monster thing, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it was supposed to be really good. So it's just been a funny old year. Best mobile game, Among Us. Community support VR game, Half-Life Alyx. Now, is that available? Is that available in Oculus 2, the Quest 2? Alyx? Half-Life Alyx?
Yeah, I think it is. It's the lead, Gary.
Yep, yeah, you buy it on Steam, and then you use that USB cable we were telling you about, and then you can play Alyx. It was on sale last, Thanksgiving week. I almost bought it before I had a VR, but it'll probably be on sale for the winter sale.
Joshua, my eldest lad, he has an Oculus Rift 2. Oculus Rift 2. He has one, and he's had it now since pre-launch, and I haven't had it on my head once. So that's bad, but because it's just complicated. It's that PC thing. It's cables and stuff. I like the idea of this Oculus 2, which is literally you've got 2 can holders and the thing over your head.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Standalone or PC, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Shopping again.
Yeah. RPGs, Final Fantasy's up there as well. Fighting games, Mortal Kombat 11. You'll be happy about that, Pete. Family game, Animal Crossings. I played some of that this year. It was fun for a while. Best sim and strategy, Microsoft Simulator. Gears Tactics. Sports racing game. How did Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 win the best sports racing game against, F1 2020 or Dirt 5, probably the best car rallying game ever made?
Wasn't that released though recently? The Tony Hawk's thing. Wasn't there like an anniversary?
Like a remaster or something.
Yeah, that was to revitalise that game to come about. I mean, FIFA's shit, so.
Rose tinted glasses. Content creators of the year. And then we get into the esports athletes. Hio, the showmaker, Sue. Wow. And how have we missed all this esports stuff? We could have been millionaires. We just missed that train. I mean, we missed the League of Legends stuff and all that. League of Legends winners.
Have you seen that there was a battle between the military veterans on, I think it was called America's War or something like that, a game that was developed in the States, and the US military veterans went on an esports competition against the Americans. Have you read that on BBC News?
No, but I did watch the start of the Army-Navy game just the other day, so that was a good start, of good opening. Yeah. USA! Anyway. No.
Yeah. Actually, talking about the esports, there was an article in the paper here that high school, a lot of the high school sports in America, and depending on where you live, are actually, the sports are being canceled because of COVID. And the schools are actually embracing esports as an alternative right now, which I was shocked.
Hey, Gary, I was shocked as well with another thing. I think there's 4 or 5 colleges now in England that are doing a BTEC qualification in gaming.
Yep. I can see that. It's not, what is it, like the intramurals or whatever? It's not.
I would love that shit. I would love it, absolutely love it, doing a BTEC in gaming.
That's crazy.
That's bonkers.
That'll be really
My
useful.
son, if they're doing that in Virginia Tech.
That's almost like getting a tattoo on your forehead. Yeah, that's going to be really helpful to get a job with. Hey.
Oh, piss off.
Seriously. Yeah. I mean, what is the point of that qualification? I understand Gary's point.
Yeah.
But, are they going to be game designers or marketers or what are they going to do with it? And B-Tech?
Esports is just getting bigger. It keeps kids interested in education. It keeps them going to college instead of just bunking off and just being bums on the street.
It's only a matter of time before it's in the Winter Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's happening, man. It's going.
It's funny. I forgot. I also finished, since the last show, Ready Player 2. So, no spoilers, but, he had the headset with the haptic gloves, okay? What you guys have now. And it turns out that after, in the first chapter of the new book, Halliday had left something else that he had developed, which is this thing that goes over you and puts you to sleep in a comatose state, and you immerse yourself in the oasis, but you actually feel, smell, taste everything. So it's but you're in a comatose, you're like in a coma, and
Assassin's Creed.
And you can stay in it. Yes, same idea, but you can only stay in it for 12 hours, and that's how the story goes. So
I missed the beginning. Is there a new book coming out? Ready Player
it's out.
2? Or
it's out. The book is out.
Just
Yeah.
writing the script.
Yeah, no, the book.
Oh, there is a
book is out. Ready Player 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good.
Oh, okay.
It's good.
I read the first one.
Yeah. The
I'll
book.
read this.
Yeah, that's good. But it's the next level that we all stay off the streets. We stay off the streets and we enter this world. Now, nobody's put it all together yet to make a big virtual world, but it's going to happen. And as these things become more and more accessible, and that's it's going to be. We're going to stay off the streets. That's
well. Robin, I'm a big believer of getting out there, making go-karts, enjoying the outdoor worlds, and like just doing kid shit. Just doing what you want to do and enjoy yourself. But the way it's going, there's just so much electronic stuff now, so much esports. It's sad to see, but this is where it's going. And yeah, we're off the train. Off the train.
My kids find it very, very hard. My kids find it very, very hard to do something that doesn't have a screen.
Yeah.
Kids don't know how to play, these days. They just don't.
No.
Like great game in the game. There's a great game on the screen right now. Ghosts and Goblins. Woohoo! The remake of Ghosts and Goblins.
Yay.
Yeah. Okay. So the awards. I think Jeff Keighley's done a good job making these things quite relevant these days. Fair play to him for sticking with it. He's put a lot of effort putting it all together. So, and we look forward to seeing it properly. I know our glorious leader, Greg and Kim, they watched this together and left us. We woke up in the morning in the UK with 200 plus messages.
Yes. Same here.
Yeah, 33 messages.
It was kind of a game after a while. We were like, okay, how many can we leave them?
I will admit, I didn't read one of them. I just pressed the button that moves you all the way down to the bottom.
We had fun anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of phones and stuff, sorry, I am now fully committed to Android.
Oh,
yeah, yes, so it's here. But my other big iPhone XS Ultra, which was the phone that I had before, I put it on eBay last night and it sold today, and it'll be posted tomorrow. So I'm here now.
I'll tell you what I haven't got rid of though, Robin. I've not got rid of my iCloud subscription yet.
No.
Have you still got yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll still have the iPads and Judith. Yeah, of course. No, we'll go back. I'm not going into Android stuff. It's a beautiful phone, but see the glass round the corners. I don't like two. I don't want to. I want to be able to hold it without activating stuff at the sides. It's lovely, but it doesn't need so much screen. Anyway, it's just by the by. Sorry, Android people. Okay, Kim, will you talk some about stuff that's coming up, new releases? That's stuff, and
Sure.
we'll start to wrap this up.
Sure, and it's a gigantic list too, so prepare yourselves. Your new releases for December 13th through the 19th are Collection of Saga Final Fantasy Legend for the Switch on December 15th, Marvel Realm of Champions for iOS and Android on December 16th, MXGP 2020 for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC also on December 16th. And those are your new releases.
Okay.
You can tell we're getting to the end of the year because they're pretty much rounding up the crap now and throwing it at the end of the year going, okay, here's your new releases.
Absolutely. Okay, coming to the end. Victory achieved in a week or so at the end of this month. We'll be pulling another winner, the final winner of this year from the hat. Victory achieved is when you finish a game, to the credits, you take a beautiful selfie, you tweet it off, or parlor it off to @OC_podcast with a hashtag victory achieved. You'll be reparlored or retweeted, and you'll be entered into the draw for $20 or £15 to spend wherever you want, anywhere you want, on games preferably. And that's it. So all you have to do is finish the games, and you get entered. This week, Dave 3-O-Matic, he finished Spider-Man, the remastered version. Caliburn M finished Nier and loves it. Jason Birthday Boy, he finished Tetris Effect. And our own very own shiny boy, Filthy, had a great time with Gears Tactics. So, well done to you. I now have to play the sound of an unladen African swallow.
You all have a victory's achieved. Victory's achieved. You have one. A victory's achieved.
There you go. If you get the reference to that, you're a clever nerd. Okay, so look, we do this every single week. You can email the show. We would love to have an email at podcast@ocpod.com. You can tweet us or parlor us at OC_podcast, or Facebook us at Facebook stuff. So, tell your friends. Send your granny round. Okay. That's it.
We can't promise that she gets out.
Yes. Get her all lubed up.
Wow.
Yeah, but like oil, some tan lotion and stuff like that. That's what we mean. Goodness me.
Right.
Okay. All right, Pete, say hello to someone.
I'm going to say hello to you for half installing The Last of Us 2 and then losing the other half.
Oops.
That's it. I ain't got anybody else I ain't got nobody on the list, so I'll pass you on to Kim.
Alright, I'm going to shout out our shatters real quick. We've had like 2, and that was Lord and Commander Root. Well, we also had KZ, Hotshot, stuff, whatever. He was trying to make us famous, but you know how that goes.
Didn't work out.
A shout out to you guys. Yeah, who wants to be famous anyway? It's all a bunch of shit. Anyhow, shout out to you guys. Fun as always. Hopefully everybody has a good week, and Christmas is just around the corner. So
I'll be home until Christmas.
There you go.
Home for Christmas.
Alrighty. I'll probably be working Christmas the way my schedule works, but you never know. Yeah. Alright, over to you, Defoe.
Giddy up. Yep. Thank you. Shout out you guys. Thanks for having me on. Our listeners, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to talk with you. I did find some of you on VR, and hopefully we'll find more of you, and maybe we'll be playing poker on Wednesday. You never know. Robin, at you, baby.
Yeah, look, everybody, thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks, you guys, for tuning in. Not to tune in. Oh, fuck's sake, Robin. How old are you? Guys.
On the wireless.
Gary, Pete, Kim, thank you very much for coming on tonight. Although I would have been fine by myself. It's so because I could talk to AOC. I'd be fine all night long. It'd be wonderful. And it's just lovely to chat. I love this. It's good fun. It's nice. Good crack. Okay, so it is the 13th. We'll be back next week just before Christmas time. And we'll try and get everybody in and do virtual hugging around the place. To Phil and to Rich and to your man, what's his name? Greg DeLacy, and Mark. Catch up with you all very, very soon. Be good, be safe, be nice, everybody. Have a great and wonderful gaming week, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast. See you same time next week.
So Pete, that fancy underwear then that doesn't like stuff, it's let you sweat. You have to send me the address for it, will you? So I can get some of that too.
Was it in the package?